This time around, it won't be any different for Bitcoin. I mean, we're currently trading in a major downtrend. We're still getting rejected from the major downward sloping resistance line. We're creating a death cross and we're having extreme fear in the markets right now. But while all this is happening, we have seen zero, yes, zero of the 30 Bitcoin peak indicators flashing, which means that historically, this has always showed us the Bitcoin bull market has not topped out yet. So on today's update video, I want to be going a little bit more in depth about this, the funding rates that are still quite extremely negative right now in the market, and I'm going to be exactly talk about what this means historically, because yes, historically this has always signaled a bottom in the market. But of course, I'm also going to be talking about some big news stories about Michael Saylor buying about $2 billion worth of Bitcoin again here, and that of course tomorrow we're going to get major volatility because tomorrow Trump is set to announce new tariffs on the US Liberation Day here. So it's going to be a very interesting time in the market. It's going to be extremely volatile. I'm going to be breaking down what is happening on the stock market and of course on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, and much more here. So don't forget to once again slap with that like button back above 1,000 likes. It'll be highly appreciated, and let me jump straight away in towards today's update video. So to kick off the video, I quickly want to be discussing that Bitcoin, of course, already since yesterday filled up its CME futures gap here. So we were first of all creating a CME futures gap. We were first of all creating a Bitcoin CME futures gap. We moved up to fill up exactly this gap here, and now we're just consolidating once again here. So ultimately, if you're still looking at Bitcoin, we create a bounce from the upward sloping support line, but still on the 12-hour time frame, you can just see that we're right now in the middle of a major consolidation phase right now here. And on yesterday's video, I discussed the fact that we were creating, of course, this bullish divergence, and after the bullish divergence basically got confirmed, we straight away moved towards the upside, which is actually a very great thing to be seeing for the market. Then also in yesterday's video, I exactly broke down that we were creating a Bitcoin death cross, and honestly, this Bitcoin death cross is of course an historical buy signal in bull markets, because yes, the last two times this flashed, Bitcoin actually went higher, and in the previous bull market as well, it flashed one time before actually Bitcoin went up towards new all-time highs, and of course one time it flashed and we went in towards the bear market. But the key difference right now is in the market is that the death cross is indeed giving us a signal that of course the market is over. But if we're looking here at the Bitcoin bull market peak indicators, we can see that there are of course 30 main indicators that are going to tell us something about whether Bitcoin is overvalued, whether Bitcoin is of course flashing a top signal. And right now, out of these 30 signals, guys, we are seeing zero of them telling us the Bitcoin bull market is over and that the market is going to go in towards a bear market. And basically, to give you an indication, it is currently telling us to 100% hold while indeed we're creating such kind of a death cross, while indeed there's extreme fear in the market. And that is just a very interesting signal what is happening. But of course, it does also make a lot of sense here, because we can see the M2 money supply right now bottoming, and historically, the Bitcoin price action always follows the M2 money supply here, which is of course a quite interesting thing. And before going even deeper in towards the video, guys, we are right now having massive negative funding rates, which historically has always signaled that whenever this signal flash, of course, the market does tend to be going up here. So this is a very important signal, which is right now flashing, which I want you to take extremely seriously. And also on many of the altcoins, we're seeing extremely negative funding rates, which is historically a very great signal. Then yesterday, quickly breaking down the news, guys, Michael Saylor bought over 20,000 Bitcoins once again here. He has been accumulating, and he right now owns about 2.5% of the total supply of Bitcoin. And then next week, the US House is going to hold a hearing on the crypto market on April 9th. So that is going to be very bullish. And ultimately, more crypto regulation is more adoption, and that is ultimately more bullish for the entire market. Then according to the CNBC, Saudi Arabia is looking to be accumulating Bitcoin, which is of course could be extremely exciting if this is going to be happening. And also, well, indeed in China, Bitcoin is banned. Still, a lot of investors are buying Bitcoin over there here. So maybe soon China will be lifting the Bitcoin ban here. Then also, of course, we do know on April the 2nd, we're going to get major tariffs announcements from Donald Trump here. He said that he is going to be expected to announce tariffs on all countries. So if it's going to be less, probably the market is going to be relieved, because I do believe the market has already priced in this major news on the tariffs. But yeah, we're also expected that China, Japan, and South Korea are going to unite to counter the US tariffs. So more and more trade wars are coming in here. And while all this is happening, Argentina's top security regulator is describing El Salvador's reserve as highly advanced and thus believes it should be studied, and of course that they potentially will be using it themselves as well here. And then also yesterday, Tether, with the insane amount of profits they are making, bought over $700 million US, which is once again quite insane if you would ask me here. So a lot of things happening, and also on the US stock market yesterday, we did saw a slight little bounce here. If we could create a bottom right here, it would ultimately be quite bullish here. So we're going to be looking at the structure, but if we can create a higher low right here and bounce back towards the upside, potentially create a W structure, we could potentially still save the markets. Then looking and diving a little bit deeper in towards Bitcoin, we are also exactly on that support level where we're currently bouncing from. I mean, if I'm going to be looking compared to the 2017 cycle towards the 2025, it is exactly the same as it is currently. So that is ultimately also a very great signal. And even more support lines here on the lower side. And it all shows you that we're still in this major consolidation phase and that we're still holding on the level. On the daily time frame, ultimately, we're still trading in a downtrend. We're still creating a lower high structure. And like I said in many videos before, guys, I believe we're still trading in a downtrend until we break above the previous high in the market, which in this case is going to be around 87 to 88,000 US dollars. If we can manage to break above that high, I do believe we're going to be seeing another major rally towards the upside again here. So that is what I'm looking at right now here. Ultimately, on the weekly time frame, we're still holding the support line. If we do break this, I think we're going to go in towards a bigger reversal structure. But yeah, that is basically the criteria and the things I'm currently looking at. But of course, looking at all these data points, it is likely to state that this bull market is still intact for this moment of now on here. So maybe the indicators are going to be flashing a sell signal, but of course, whenever that is going to be happening, I'm going to be letting you know straight away here. So that is of course very interesting. Then quickly going over the spot Bitcoin ETF here. I mean, we're still seeing some slight little outflows here. I mean, yesterday we got a big statement from the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, because he is warning the dollar will be losing the world reserve currency status to Bitcoin. So honestly, me, yeah, he is quite bullish on Bitcoin, and that is of course super excited for me here. And that is, of course, super excited for us, all Bitcoin holders out there. So, yeah, while this is all happening, we are also seeing that my trades, once again, were hyper liquid. Yesterday, it was in like a 10K loss. Now it's once again in profit. So that's doing absolutely amazing. Absolutely great to see here. So, guys, yeah, the trade's still doing quite okay here. We're still accumulating along the way down here. And, of course, distributing along the way up here. So trade is doing absolute fire. If you want to be copying any of my Bitcoin or Ethereum longer term trading strategies, guys, where we basically accumulate along the way down, distribute along the way up here, guys, don't forget to check it out in the highest link description of today's video, where you can either copy my Bitcoin trading strategy or my Ethereum one, or you can just sign up an account to Pionex to claim an insane free 1,000 US dollars deposit bonus yourself here. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, I do want to be pointing out that currently still, if we're looking at the 4-year cycle on Bitcoin, the bull market should be still actually intact here, and that is of course still a thing I'm very much hoping for. Just like you can see here in the previous times here, in the 2017 cycle, about 25 of the 30 bull market top indicators flashed. Then in 2021, it was 28 of the 30 signals were flashing that the bull market is over, and now still it is 0. So it is a very likely signal and a very likely time to still expect the market is going to go a little bit higher. And that is why I'm still positioning myself also in some altcoins. I mean, I've been accumulating quite a lot of Ethereum recently because I do believe Ethereum is sitting at this legendary support line and it could be potentially perform very strongly from off this level. So yeah, we're creating a bullish divergence on the daily time frame right now here. And if we could be looking at the reversal from here on, at least it's likely to already move up to 2,100 US dollars, which is from here on already quite a big move towards the upside. So super excited for that. I'm looking to trade it. But anyways, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. If you did learn something from it, slap on the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.